Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Member for Igembe North. Honorable members, I know all those hands are about conflict between humans, Goja, Igembe North, and wildlife. So, as the minister continues answering the questions, one or two of you will be joyriding and asking, but we can't give all of you on one question. Yes, Kareke, what is it? Hold on, member for Igembe North. Give the mic to Kareke Mbuki.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to agree with you that most of all these questions are to do with the human-wildlife conflict. They are almost 10 in number. Although they are area-specific, Mr. Speaker, I would really request that the Cabinet Secretary, we can be able to, all the questions can be asked at the same time, they can be consolidated, then the Cabinet Secretary can be able to respond to the same. At the same time, Mr. Speaker, the committee is coming up with an inquiry on matters to do with human-wildlife conflict, whereby we are going to engage all the members who have issues to do with human-wildlife conflict, so that we can now be able to have a joint session with the Cabinet Secretary, together with all the area members of Parliament who are from the affected areas. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Let's see how far we can go. Yes, Minister. Member for Igembe North, can you ask your question?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the question number 11 of 2023. Could the Cabinet Secretary provide the details on the measures being taken by the government to restrain the marauding elephants in Igembe North from attacking locals and destroying crops and property? The state-owned residents who have incurred losses arising from the destruction of property and the crops caused by elephants between January and February 2023 will be compensated, particularly residents of Malaene, Ginyo, Ndomi Barikoi, Kuka, and the lower villages of Doleli and Amwadi ones in Mutuati sub-county, Igembe North constituency. 3, could the Cabinet Secretary explain the long-term measures the government is taking to address the recurring menace of human-wildlife conflict in the Igembe North constituency?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I will just summarize, because some of the strategies that you are taking I have already alluded to in the first question. But my ministry has undertaken the following measures to ensure that the people of Igembe North are safe from elephants. 1, sensitizing meetings have been carried in Malieni, Mutuati, Ginyo, and Kabachi. 2, we are also collaborating with stakeholders, as I have said before, and we are driving using both patrols and also helicopters. Number 3, we have worked closely with the county government and the county administration in the area to ensure that within the months of January 2023 to date, KWS has responded to 182 instances of human-wildlife conflict in Igembe North. And finally, the ministry has upgraded the 6-kilometer of MERU Park fence along the west side bordering Mutuati sub-county to a double fence which elephants cannot easily cross, hence minimizing the interactions between people and wildlife. I have given all the cases, the 82 cases, and I will be glad to provide to the Member of Parliament. On question 2, the ministry will pay for the loss of lives and injuries caused by elephants, particularly from Malieni and Ginyo areas between January 2023 and February. As you've heard, in the compensation that is ongoing, that we have just released in this month of 958, we're covering from 2014 to 2018. And therefore, this particular compensation, we will be compensated with our allocation that is in our budget for financial year 2023-2024. On that agenda, I would love to say that MERU, from the 958, will be receiving 15 million, and a balance of 57 million to date will be cleared also within the 1.1 billion that is budgeted. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes. Honorable Toitumu, you are satisfied? Move to
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm not satisfied because the answers provided by the Cabinet Secretary with a lot of humility and respect, they are a bit shallow and superficial. Because if I look at the answers provided, the minister is saying that he has worked out with his officers to provide sensitization meetings for the community and also to teach them on wildlife behaviors and advise them on appropriate mitigation measures. I would like to say that people of Mutembei are farmers. They are not wandens. What have they to do with wildlife behavior? If a raw animal goes into their farm, destroys crops, if you teach them about the behavior of elephants, how would they benefit out of it? That's a question provided by the minister. Two, I've seen that they have been using shoppers and other things to drive away the animals. And she has provided a comprehensive list, and I want to thank her for that, of 182 families whereby their land was destroyed. She has not provided the amount. For example, already they have given the acreage, the type of crops that were grown, but out of the report, you cannot tell what amount they will be paid. Again, we have heard that MERU has been given 57 million, of which 56 million has already been allocated and a balance of 57 million. I'm not asking this question on behalf of MERU, but the residents of Igebe North whose farms were destroyed. Could the Cabinet Secretary scale it down and tell me how much money will be given the residents of Igebe whose crops were destroyed? Two,
one at a time.
The county government of MERU, I've seen that the Cabinet Secretary has said that the ministry is working with the county government, particularly the administrators, the chiefs, and the assistant chiefs. These are not part of the county government, but undergo in the Ministry of Interior and National Administration. How is the county government coming in here? So, Mr. Speaker, I believe that I should be provided with a lot.
Yes. Minister.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. On awareness, Honorable Speaker, I would say that while we are teaching on wildlife behavior is because the agenda we are talking here is discussion, it's destruction of crops and more so of wildlife, of life. And therefore, it is very important for the community, because they are coexisting, because of the proximity to the national park, for them to be aware when this wildlife break out, how do they need to behave so that they do not cause more deaths. On January